Good morning. My name is Anthony Shrillo. I'm a historical interpreter for the Montana Historical Society, and I'm a tour guide at the original Governor's Mansion, which is where we are today. We're here today to look at a special exhibit of Valentine's Day cards commemorating February, or Valentine's Day this month. Our collection is from our archives, and the cards date from probably 1883 to 1944. And we have a really nice collection and variety of different styles and themes. So I hope you enjoy looking at these cards today. We're in the parlor or the drawing room at the mansion. This room would have been used for entertaining and really is one of the very nice rooms in the house, adorned with cherry wood and some, again, beautiful artifacts within the room. The card we have in here today, it's a fun card. It's a paper doll with a trunk. And the message is, this dolly has traveled very far, and now she's come back to where you are. And what's great about it is not only we have the card, but we have a wonderful ensemble of both dresses and hats to go with it. So, a kid could have this, and then not only as a nice Valentine's Day card, but also some paper dolls to play with. All of the artifacts in the archives, or actually at the Historical Society, are collected, but they have to have a connection to Montana. That's something that's very important as a criteria for an accession. This one was unusual because it's, of course, a Valentine's theme with the heart shape, but it was really just coincidence that there's a connection to this card with the mansion. The envelope that it was mailed in was mailed to Charles B. Power. He was, now there was both a Charles Power Jr. and Sr. Charles Power Sr. was married to Mabel Larson, and there's the connection. Mabel Larson was the daughter of Peter and Margaret Larson, and they were the second residents of the house here. So again, it was just coincidence with that. So the card here, it's dated 1927, and Charles Power Jr. would have been 21 years old at the time of receiving it. It has a young lady in the center, and she's talking on a candlestick phone. So very kind of indicative of the period, at least the technology at the time. And it has a wonderful heart-shaped lace, surrounding it with figurines. So this card over here to the left is the oldest one that's on display. It's dated 1883, and it actually has 4 cards that are glued together, well, 2, and then they're hinged in the center. It has a wonderful white lace frame around it, and we had a really nice surprise when we opened it. We didn't expect to see such beautiful artwork inside. This one over here, it's a fun card. It's a little kitten holding a Valentine, and the kitten is saying, "I'll purr for you if you'll be my Valentine." The way it's displayed now, it's in the closed position, but if it was opened, it opens into this nice honeycombed shape, which forms the cushion on the bottom. Excuse me. So a very pretty card. Very pretty card. And this last card is dated 1944. It is a Hallmark card. And Hallmark began selling Valentine postcards in 1910. They began to print their own cards in 1916, and then they sold them the subsequent year. Well, this one, just a very nice heart-shaped frame, and it has a marine theme inside, a couple of very beautiful sailboats, and then a dock as well. Well, we're in the kitchen of our mansion now, and we have a couple of Valentines we thought were very appropriate for the kitchen here. The first one is a young boy dressed in a baker's outfit. He's holding a genuine pie tin here with the message, "I could love you easy as pie." The second, we have a young girl here, a rosy cheek girl, and she's washing dishes. Her arm articulates, and it covers and uncovers the dish here, and the dish has a simple message, "To my Valentine." These date from 1933 and 1935 for this card here. This is a terrific card here. It was dated 1930. Of course, in the figure, a large tea kettle is held up by two small children, and it's being heated by a roaring fire with flaming hearts inside. The card is shown in the open position, and again, a wonderful honeycomb base and a fan on top. So, card was printed in 1930 in Germany. In our mansion here, it was first owned by 3 private families, and then in 1913 was the first of 9 governors and their families that would live here. When Governor Stewart was here, this room was used as a guest bedroom. It's a beautiful room, and probably the most striking feature of it is the wall covering. It is silk. It was a pattern modeled after the original and was duplicated in 1995. Well, on the dresser here we have 3 cards. The first here is just 2 small children, and they're framed by 6 hearts. In 2 of the hearts, Cupid has his arrow pulled back and ready to fire. This little card in the center here, it's the second oldest of the cards that are on display, and it's a real jewel. Cupid is framed by a couple of wonderful lace pieces and 4 figurines around the periphery. The piece of lace on the top is actually cut so it can act like an accordion and pull out. I won't demonstrate it because it's far too delicate. And then we have a very nice card here. 2 lovers are framed by a nice heart-shaped lace with the simple message, "Greeting you, dear Valentine." This room here was used at different times in the mansion, originally for a maid's quarters. We're directly over the kitchen and just off of the service stairway. When Governor Stewart and his family were here, they used it as a family study, and the kids remember doing their homework in this room. On top of this desk, we have a really fun card. It is the last card in our exhibit, but it shows an East Indian boy leading an elephant, which shows a princess riding elephant in a covered compartment. This is a pretty neat one. This there has a tab on the bottom here, and we'll just do it a little bit, but it does articulate the elephant's head, and you can see the princess move up and down. This card is dated 1930 and was printed in Germany. I think it's a snapshot of our culture and the particular time that they were printed. And you know, in and of themselves, they're cards, but then you know, they were sent by someone, or they may have a written message. So there's a human connection to it.